Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a general spread for the collective highest good. This is going to be sort of a new moon in Scorpio reading, but not necessarily so. Um, Shout out to all the Scorpios that are celebrating your birthdays today. We are in Scorpio season, so I just kind of feel like the energy is predominantly Scorpio energy in the collective right now. So we're going to pull some oracle cards to see what the energy is for the collective in the Scorpio season. What comes out for your highest good, please take it how it resonates and don't force anything to fit that is not your story, okay? Use your discernment and trust your own intuition as well, okay? So, for this new moon in Scorpio season energy, what is it that your spirit guides want you to know? All right. So on the split, I have action and I have challenge. This is chess and not checkers. When it comes to matters of the heart this season, before you like initiate contact or extend an offer or make an offer, like again, we're playing chess, we're not playing checkers. So they kind of want you to make sure that every move that you make in this Scorpio season is a calculated step towards your future, or that it's a calculated action on your part. Like, make sure you look at all the pieces on the board, make sure you check your surroundings, make sure you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So it's all about taking action, but it's also about being smart about your decisions, okay? So make smart decisions in this Scorpio seasons, okay? Something about communication could be coming in, but just make smart decisions, smart choices before you take action. Look at all the moving pieces, look at all the moving parts. What will it require of you? How much effort you have to put into the situation? Like, think about everything involved, okay? So, or consider everything before you take action. What's the message for the collective? We have meditate, we have meditate, and we have trust. Okay. So in the Scorpio season for the collective energy, they need to meditate, trust, and change. Okay. I was going to say there's a transformation or some type of change coming, or there needs to be some type of transformation or some type of change. This snake is also shedding its skin. So whoever this is that is, I don't know, wrapped up in something here or caught up in something here needs to change their beliefs or change their behavior. Also, whoever this is needs to stop being afraid to like face their demons. So I kind of feel like the Scorpio energy is going to bring about changes, a lot of changes. Some positive changes, some negative changes, changes for the good, changes for the worse. I don't know, but it's like you got to trust in the process. A caterpillar cannot control the fact or stop themselves from becoming a butterfly. It's a part of their process. They have to turn into a butterfly on their journey. Like, they can't just be a caterpillar forever. At some point, it will change and become a butterfly. It will have to go through a metamorphosis, a transformation process to become the butterfly. So this is somebody who needs to go through a transformation process, or they're going through a transformation process or manifestations. What is it? Mortification? I don't know what mortification is, but I was trying to say metamorphosis. Mortification sounds like, I don't know, to be mortified or to mortify. I don't know what mortify means or mortification is or whatever, but I'll put it in the description box after I look it up and see what it is, all right? But there's a process here, right? The process is changing one's beliefs, or the process is going to change one's person, or the process is going to enlighten someone to themselves, or awaken someone to themselves, or connect somebody to, I don't know, let's get one more. Meditate, trust, and change are your messages. Meditate, trust, and change. And we have the Labyrinth card. And leadership at the bottom. Somebody's going through a metamorphosis, a change of some sort. The change is going to change somebody's way of thinking, somebody's way of doing things, or it's going to change somebody from the inside out. It's going to, so they could have been born a caterpillar, but they're going to eventually become the butterfly. So it's almost like changing someone's perception on their view of life. I don't know what they're saying. Hold on. Meditate is the first card. This is going to be interesting. The Meditate card is the symbol of the Mandela flower. The keywords of this card is stillness, peace, and contemplation and reflection. Okay? The awakened meaning for this card is says that if the Meditate card is arriving in your reading today, you are being asked to give your decision some careful consideration before you make a decision and to move ahead. It says to look at things from a more detached perspective and allow yourself to see, inform, and unbiased angle. Okay? You're being asked to quiet your mind and shut off all distractions and voices that are asking you to listen to them and hear the call of your own inner voice and find contentment through your practice of silence and stillness. So in the transformation process, there has to be a moment of silence so that while you're going through the process of transformation, you can be still and you can be quiet and you can complete the process. Let's just say, for example, somebody saw this cocoon hanging in a tree, and not knowing that this is a caterpillar in this cocoon that's changing into a butterfly, they knock it out of the tree. So now the process is incomplete, and the caterpillar never changes from a moth or a caterpillar into a butterfly. It kind of gets interrupted through its process. So the process of transformation is not complete because somebody killed the caterpillar, stepped on it when they were walking, or they saw the butterfly and they, I don't know, somebody stopped somebody's process of transformation. Somebody is stopping their process of transformation. Somebody needs to be still and be quiet and meditate and allow the process to process. You know what I mean? The shadow meaning of this card is neglecting your self-care and making rash decisions out of confusion and mental clutter. Somebody here needs to clear their thoughts and clear their mind to clear their path. In order for you to see the path clearly, you got to clear your mind, you got to clear your thoughts, and you got to change your ways in order to see the path more clearly. Something like that. So somebody could have been trying to create obstacles so that somebody here wouldn't be able to see themselves the way that they should see themselves, or recognize themselves to be something different, or block them from knowing that there's another way out of something or through something. You know what I mean? Like keeping somebody stuck and confused is what I'm getting. So somebody here has been stuck and confused for a very long time. Some of you have been stuck and confused about a situation for a very long time. The process of transformation doesn't take a long time. What makes the process longer than what it needs to be is resisting the changes you need to make, okay? So somebody's resisting these changes, making changes. They don't want to change who they are, change what they do, or whatever. But in order for things to change or get better, you have to change the person that you are or the person that you're not, and become the person that you are. You know what I mean? So the trust card says the symbol is crystals. The key word is deep knowing, replenishing, faith, and surrender and conviction. So the key words for this card is surrender, replenish, a deep knowing, conviction, and surrender. The card itself means that you're being asked to trust the timing and the process of your life. It can be a bit much to ask at times, especially when we are going through difficult times or waiting for results, okay? But when we are working towards goals and we are doing all that we can, it is the ultimate test to let go and just allow for the process to take time. Nature works and takes the time that it needs. The seasons change no matter what we do. Life trusts the process, and so can you. So the seasons know when to change. The seasons know when it's time for spring, winter, fall, or summer. They know when they're supposed to be in season. But sometimes when the seasons change, example, when the seasons change nowadays, you can't tell what season we're in, because where we're supposed to be in fall, we may be still in summer. Or where we're supposed to be in winter, we're still in fall. So the seasons are going to change. And when the change comes, you should not resist the change. So when you resist the change, you kind of throw things off balance and things become unclear to you. Like you don't know what season you're in. Like they have this thing going around social media, like at 6 o'clock in the morning, from 9 o'clock in the morning, it's wintertime. From 9 to noon, it's more like springtime. And from noon to such and such is fall. And by 8 o'clock is winter. You know, the seasons keep, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So when things change, or when change comes, don't resist the change. When the snake sheds its skin, it becomes, so the snake will shed its skin when it's outgrown the skin that it's in. You've outgrown something. The cocoon doesn't hatch open until the butterfly has outgrown the cocoon. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly until it's outgrown its shell, its current shell. So it's almost like you outgrow, when you outgrow something here and it's time for change, or when something doesn't change and you've outgrown the situation, sometimes you got to change yourself. You know what I mean? You got to make changes in yourself sometimes. Knowing when to let go and when to surrender, when to move on and when to let go. You know, you have to know when it's time for those changes to come. And when it's time to make those changes, you got to be ready to go. Take action, right? Step into your position. The next card we have is change. Okay. I hope this is making sense. I just want to be thorough with the messages when it comes to the oracles, okay? So the change card says the symbol is a snake. The keywords are shifting, movement, realignment, disruption, transformations, and metamorphosis. I knew I didn't make that word up. It's in the book, metamorphosis, okay? The meaning of this card is change is inevitable and will come whether or not you want to accept it or not. Change can be scary, hard, and sometimes downright heartbreaking when you have to let people go. But when you're able to accept that change is the only consistent and universal law that will never change, basically, you can deal with it more easily. Okay, the seasons are going to change no matter what. Nobody can change the seasons. Even though they try to make the seasons change, they don't have the power to change the seasons. The seasons are going to change regardless. We are going to have all 4 seasons. We're going to have trials and tribulations. We're going to stumble along the way. We're going to be distracted by things around us, but that doesn't change the direction of your life. Okay? This card also says the only thing you have true control over is how you act and react, and your actions that define who you are. One of my favorite sayings about change is shit happens, so shit happens. So when shit happens, shifts happen, is what it says. So when shit happens, when things change, when people change, don't get mad, don't get angry, don't get upset, don't become bitter, don't blame them. Just change yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be where you are right now if you don't want to be. If you don't like the way your life is going, then change the way your life is going. If you don't like the person you're with, then don't be with the person you're with. Change the person you're with and be with somebody else. Like, no one is saying you have to stay in a place where you are stuck. It's either you're stuck because you don't want to move on, or you're stuck because you haven't learned the lesson. So if you're not moving forward and you're not stuck because you don't want to move on, then you're stuck because somebody hasn't learned the lesson. The lesson hasn't been learned. All right? Take it how it resonates. This card is asking that you look at the events that are happening to you and around you right now and see it in a new light. See it with a different perspective. Look at it differently than how you see it. Okay? I'm currently watching this show called Put a Ring on It. It's like a couples show where couples are together for long periods of time and they're not married. So the show allows them to date outside their relationship, to get to know other people, to see if they really want to marry the person they're with. Some of the couples are like clinging to their relationship and willing to stay together no matter what. But then there's other couples in the show that are interested in dating outside the relationship. So some of the relationships are getting closer due to the fact that they don't want to leave each other. But then some of them are starting to look at their relationship differently. So this is all about looking at something from a different perspective. All right, the way you see things now may not be the way you see things later. Okay, things change, people change, we change, we outgrow people, people outgrow us, and we outgrow each other. And when you outgrow the situation, it's time to move on. Is the message. All right, when you've outgrown the situation, it's time to move on. So since this seems to be about love, let's pull some love oracles and see what comes out for this reading. All right. Change is coming. Change is like it said, it's inevitable. You cannot stop change. Change will always be a part of the journey. Things will always change for you or work out for you. No matter what changes in your life, things can still work out for you. Just because that didn't work out for you doesn't mean that this won't work out for you. But you got to be willing to see your situation differently than how you see it. Like one couple, they've been together for 9 years, right? And the reason why they're not married is because when the man proposed to the woman, he wasn't ready for the commitment, right? And so she got her hopes up to be married to this person, then he called off the engagement. So now he's ready to get married and she's not, because her feelings for him have changed. The way he made her feel in that moment changed how she felt about the relationship. So now she's out exploring new options, looking to see if there's anybody else out there that she can connect with. You know what I mean? So change is going to happen no matter what. You can't stop people from feeling how they feel. And one of his arguments was, it's been 2 years and she keep talking about the same old thing. But it's been 2 years that he did what he did. But in 2 years, she hasn't healed from what he did to her. He hasn't made her feel safe and protected. He hasn't regained her trust. So, of course, she's going to be afraid to marry him now because he's already, you know what I'm saying, hurt her in the past. But she's got to let go of that anger if she wants to be able to connect with somebody else or even connect back to him if she chooses to. So change is going to come. All right. And sometimes the goal of the show is to either marry or not marry at the end of the show. The experience is supposed to allow you to go outside your relationship and date other people to see if you're really connected to the person you're with. And for some of them, they're going to end up with somebody else and leave the person they came in with behind. And for some of them, they're going to stay together and go ahead and get married. You know what I mean? This may change the way they see their relationship. This may change how you see this person. This person may have changed their old ways. I don't know. But let's see. What's the love oracles for this message? These cards are hard to shuffle. Can I get some love oracles for this reading for my collective? The more things change, the more they stay the same, is what I'm hearing. We have embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are also the qualities you both possess. So equally so, the qualities you don't like about them are also your own reflection. All right. This one says, a message from you from your person. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light and I love you. All right. One of the things that the lady who was with the guy for 9 years had to accept is that her anger and frustration towards her person wasn't necessarily towards the fact that he left her at the altar, more or less, but it's because she allowed herself to go back. So she was projecting her feelings of going back to him onto him as if he's the reason why she's still hurting about the situation. So once she accepts that she has played a part in all this, she will be able to move on. But if she doesn't see it that way, then she will never forgive herself or this man that she wants to marry. You know what I mean? So that may be a message for you. Take it how it resonates. Beware of what you're projecting, okay? Because sometimes we project our pain onto others and we blame them for how we feel, okay? And that's not always the case. I said one more. Sexual union. Honor the space where you are with one another, where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true love and bliss, okay? This card says to look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. This other card says to look inside of yourself and examine what is causing you to feel this way. So what is it that is causing you to feel this way? And again, going back to the example with the couple on the show, the woman has been mad at her boyfriend for 2.5 years for not marrying her when he promised to, and never really accepted that a part of the reason why she's angry with him is because she's also angry with herself. It took for her to go onto this show to realize that truth. Without this experience, she would have never seen it that way. And they may have separated and gone their own ways. You know what I mean? So sometimes when you're dealing with romance, love, and matters of the heart, it's not always easy to really decide or really connect with people on the soul level. And when you do make a connection on the soul level, it's not easy to separate from that person once you've outgrown the situation. Because for them, it could just be that she's outgrown the situation. Whereas he gets upset when she goes out on dates with men. It doesn't really bother her about him going out with other people because she's emotionally detached from the situation. One of these cards said to learn how to be detached from your feelings when making decisions. Because when you make decisions based on your feelings, you're coming from a hurt place, your decision making is not going to be coming from a good place. You may be deciding to leave somebody because you are hurt by what they did. But what if what they did was a direct reflection of them and not of you? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Look into yourself, inside yourself, and examine what you need to see about the situation or what's causing you to feel this way, okay? It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on one another. Now is the time to give to yourself, okay? Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others, okay? I just said that. So this is pretty much repeating itself at this point. There was a connection that you share with somebody very special to you. It feels like very strongly connected to this person. And there was a lot of chemistry between the two of you. But one of you has since outgrown this connection. One of you have since found yourself in this relationship. And since you found yourself, you realize who you are, right? And when you learn how to accept yourself for who you are and not give a fuck about what other people think or say about you, you become detached from your emotions. So you don't take certain things personally when certain things happen to you. You understand that there's more to it than what seems to be. So being able to do that will allow you moving forward to look at situations from a different perspective. Like, instead of seeing the hurt in someone, you will see the pain that they've experienced. So it's like Look at whatever the pain is that you've experienced in this connection. What was the pain, or what caused you to feel this way in this connection? Was it the person that you were dealing with that caused you to feel this way? Or was it the fact that you allowed this person in? Like, what is the reason why you're upset with this person? Or what is the real reason why you're upset with yourself? Are you upset and angry with yourself because you embraced this person and you let them in? Or are you mad about how this person made you feel? Like, where is this coming from? Where is all this coming from? It's important for you to take a step back right now and spend time alone with yourself. Look inside of yourself and examine yourself and ask yourself, what is causing you to feel this way? Once you make the connection of what's causing you to feel this way, then you will be able to see things differently. Okay, then you will have the missing pieces to the puzzle. Okay, right now there seems to be miscommunication, misunderstandings, misconceived notions, misguided information or something like that. But all of this was created to either stop someone's progress or keep somebody from progressing or transmuting or transforming or making the connection with themselves. So this whole situation was designed for you to learn how to make the connection with yourself. You were supposed to embrace this person like you... I'm trying to get it out and make it make sense. This was not a failed relationship, basically. This relationship was not a failure. This relationship was a relationship that allowed the both of you, honestly, to learn more about yourself and who you are as a person individually, alone. By learning yourself individually outside of the situation, now you are able to make decisions based on the actual person versus your perception of them. Your perception of someone here is that they're a snake and they can't be trusted. Your perception of someone here is that they hurt me and I want to get revenge. Or the perception is this person left me for somebody else, whatever. But is that really what happened here? Or is there more to the story than what you can see right now? Like, it's almost like taking a step back from the experience itself and looking at it from outside of yourself or from a different perspective or point of view and seeing it more clearly for what it is. Because some pieces are out of place here. There's a lot of missing pieces, or there's a lot of pieces missing here. It's like you're not piecing together the puzzle the right way. Like the puzzle is not coming together, or the connection is just not coming together, or somebody's not making the connection. Somebody's not making the right connection here. Maybe this wasn't the right connection for you here. Maybe it was just a sex-based relationship, or just based off of sex. I don't know. But they keep bringing me back to look inside of yourself and beware of projections. Now, this could be somebody projecting their feelings onto you, trying to make you feel guilty or make you feel bad for your decision to leave them. And I feel like for some of you, that could be the case. This is somebody who's looking at you like you're the bad guy because, hey, you left me hanging, or you left me out here by myself. But it's like, no, I didn't leave you out there by yourself. I just went off to discover myself. I want to embrace myself and be myself and love myself and treat myself the way I deserve to be treated. You know what I mean? So that's making somebody here feel some type of way towards you. So based on your decision to move away from a situation, has somebody else that doesn't understand your decision or doesn't like your decision, but they are projecting onto you how they feel versus dealing with their own emotions. You know what I mean? Being true to themselves. So take that how it resonates. Let's move on. 30 minutes on that, and I don't even know if that made no sense, but let's move on. Let's get a message from Spirit, and let's wrap this part up. What is this? Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only going to be because it's only true to you if you believe it, right? Look, emotions are running high. Let's just look inside of yourself, energy. What is this? Look inside of yourself, energy. Because some of y'all about to make a decision based on how you feel. And based on how you feel a little bit bitter towards this person. Maybe even angry towards them, right? But what if your feelings are misplaced, or your response is not the right response? What if you respond to this in the wrong way? Emotions are running high. What's this? Look inside of yourself, energy. Look inside of yourself, energy. A new start is coming. New moon in Scorpio energy. Don't let pride get in your way. So, like I said about the couple, the lady, her boyfriend was real bold, and he believed that he would never lose her to anybody else, that she would never leave him for somebody else. But there was a lot of pride and ego getting in the way of their relationship. It's like every time she tried to express how she felt when that happened, he would always shut her down and talk about himself instead of listening to his person and letting her get her emotions out and be heard. He would shut her down every single time and block her from speaking her truth. So going inside of yourself and examining what is causing you to feel this way is going to help you it's going to help you see things differently, okay? So going within and figuring out what it is that's making you feel this way is going to make you see things differently, okay? What's this important to know, or what is important right now for you? Why is it important right now for you to take a step back? So why is it important right now for you to take a step back from the situation? Why? Expect powerful change fell on top of this other card. Why is it important right now for you to take a step back and spend some time alone? Why? Be bold and make the first move. Instead of placing your focus on each other, now is the time for you to focus on yourself, basically. So the reason why it's necessary for you to take a step back right now, both of y'all to take a step from, like, separate from each other right now, it seems, is because both of y'all need to go within yourself and figure out what is causing y'all to feel this way towards each other. Because I don't feel like there's like no chemistry here, or there's more than just sex on the table. I really do feel like there's a strong connection, but something is causing you and this person to feel indifferent about each other. What is that that's causing you to feel this way about each other? What is it? Be bold and make the first move, okay? What is this sexual union between them? What is this sexual union between them? A personal issue reaches resolution. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. I don't want to say to resolve y'all's issue. Sex is the way to resolve this issue between the two of you. But it kind of feels like once the connection between the two of you has been made, and once y'all come together in a sexual way, like all this other stuff is going to like disappear. Like whatever problem. Oh, I see what they're saying. So basically, going back to the example of the couple, the man in the relationship pretty much had a lot of pride and ego. He was very handsome and very attractive, right? So his main attraction is his looks, right? So by him being very attractive, he's not threatened by the people that she's going out on dates with. because not only are these people less attractive than he is, he also feels like he's the best person for her when it comes to sex. So it's like when they have problems in the relationship, instead of talking things out and resolving their issues, they have intimacy with each other and they stop talking about the problem. So the problem goes away for a short while, but as soon as an issue comes back up, the same problem you had before resurface again. You see what I'm saying? So this is somebody who likes to resolve their issues with sex. Instead of talking things out or having a conversation or really, listen to what you have to say, they just want to resolve the issues with sex. And you can't resolve relationship problems with just sex. You got to talk things out and work through things together if you want things to last and work out. Sex is not going to keep a relationship going forever. It may keep it going for a little while, but eventually you're going to get tired of that too. And you're going to want something else besides that as well. All right. So yeah, embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. This card says you and your loved ones are safe. This connection could also be being protected as well. Your hard work is going to pay off. Okay. So with this energy, your loved ones are safe and emotions are running high. The best way to heal this relationship is not through sex, okay? Because sex is just like putting a band-aid on a broken arm. But the best way to heal this connection with this person is to listen to each other, talk things out respectfully, and allow the other person to tell you how they feel without judgment and without making them feel unheard. You know what I mean? That's the only way you're going to be able to turn things around. So here's the thing. This is about a connection between two people who seem to be either going through problems right now in their relationship and they're thinking about separating from each other and seeing other people, or this is about somebody you dealt with that could have left you for somebody else, whatever. But the way to resolve the issues between the two of you is to, one, not let pride hold you back and be bold and make the first move, okay? If it's worth saving and if it's worth fighting for, then fight for your connection. If it's not, then let it go, okay? If it means more than you to be with this person than anybody else, then make things between you and this person better by giving this person a chance to be heard, or vice versa. Listen to each other, embrace each other, fill in the missing pieces. So basically what's happening is you have your version of what happened in the relationship and they have their side of the story. The only way to know what really happened is to listen to each other, to understand, not to argue back and forth and to start a fight. You know what I mean? Because there's some missing pieces here that's missing from the situation. And it's like the missing pieces is what's going to resolve the connection or resolve the issue. So something's missing here. Somebody's missing, somebody's hurting, somebody is embarrassed, somebody feels some type of way. They want you to know how they really feel. Maybe they pushed you away before and now they're too embarrassed to come toward you and tell you how they feel. But this was some type of like really divine union or a strong connection between you and this person. But it's like between the two of you, it's like nobody's listening. Nobody's expressing their true emotions, or if you are, the other person is just not listening. This card says to beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are the same things you both possess. So what you like about them, they like about you. What you don't like about them is what they don't like about you. So where is it y'all can come to an agreement or change that in your relationship? What can y'all do differently to change that in your relationship? How can you make things better with this person? Like, what can y'all do to make things different? Okay? Like, stop butting heads with each other. So here's another thing, right? Another couple was there as well, but they had to leave the show because the woman in that relationship, her father was on life support. And so she had to go be with her family because the decision was made to take him off life support. So she needed to leave the show to be there for her family. But they also came to the show because they were having problems in their relationship. And it wasn't good for them to be there together at that time because they had other things going on outside of that. But before they left, the doctor they used on the show told both of them to protect their relationship by being there for each other instead of turning against each other during this process. They need to turn towards each other and embrace each other in order to fill in the missing pieces. So I just kind of feel like I'm talking to two people that really care about each other a lot. But the reason why y'all seem to be butting heads or not getting along is because both of y'all are working against each other by not being emotionally available the way you should be or need to be. And it's like, you're stronger together than you are apart, basically. But these emotions running high, you know, every time the couple that's been together for 9 years have a conversation, it starts off with the woman expressing her emotions. And before she can finish saying how she feels, the man gets overly emotional and starts getting irritated with her because she's trying to express herself. And he goes right back to the same thing every single time. Well, if you don't want to be here, then leave. That's not how you resolve your issues. If your person is saying to you that I'm hurting and you hurt the person, you can't tell them how long to hurt. If I step on your foot, I can't tell you how long your foot gonna hurt before it stops hurting. Only you know that. So it's like going back and forth and not being there for one another is causing the separation between two people. Instead of embracing each other and finding out what the problem is between the two of you and working on your issues, it's like you're fighting against the relationship or the connection. So somebody here may be ready to let go of this connection or move away from the situation because they're tired of fighting with you. Somebody's tired of fighting for this connection. Maybe you got tired of fighting for them. Maybe you got tired of waiting for them to get by, to get their life together. Maybe you decided you're ready to move on. So basically, now that you're ready to move on and you're not fighting for this connection anymore like you used to, you're ready to give up on this person. Now they want to come and fight for your love and express how they feel and embrace you in this connection. Now they want a new start with you. But for some of you, I feel like you've already poured into this relationship, and I don't really feel like you want to pour any more into this connection. Some of y'all have poured everything you had into this connection, and now you're ready to just give up on it. But we need to balance this out somehow, energetically. Find peace and find balance. Adjustments are required, and then we have a win-win outcome in the forecast. So here's the thing. If you're in a relationship and you and your person are not getting along for whatever reason, if in the past they hurt you and you took them back because you still cared about this person, right? So if that's why you took this person back and you cared about them that much to give them a second chance, then give them a chance to prove their love for you. Don't keep bringing up stuff they did in the past or talking about how they made you feel in the past. Before you reconnect with them, going back to the action card, before y'all reconnect, if you choose to go back to them, you need to get everything out on the table. You need to tell this person exactly how they made you feel before y'all commit in a relationship. Because what you don't want to do is get back together and things are going good, and then all of a sudden they do something and reminds you of the past. And now you're bringing up the old stuff that caused y'all to separate in the first place. That's how you're going to sabotage the relationship. You know what I mean? So if you're going to forgive this person and take them back, you need to let this person know exactly how they made you feel before y'all get into a real relationship, a new relationship. All right? That's what I'm kind of getting. Because some of those couples on that TV show broke up and got back together. Like one couple, this lady and her boyfriend were together for 5 years, but the first year they were together, she ghosted him because she had feelings for her ex and she went back to her ex. And then for 4 years they were in separation, and then they got back together, and then she ghosted him again. So now they're back together for a third time, and now she's ready to get married, but now he doesn't know if he wants to still get married to her. And on top of that, he has a son outside of their relationship that he wants full custody of, but the female doesn't want to be a mother to his child. So they may separate and go their separate ways for that reason as well. So it's a very interesting show. And sometimes when I'm guided to watch certain shows, there's always underlying message in that for me, for the collective, right? So, I mean, this feels like a very, very emotional roller coaster of a ride of a relationship where 1 minute we're good, 1 minute we're not, and we don't trust each other like we should, or I trust you, but not as much as I possibly should. It's like, I want to believe you're not being dishonest, but based on what you did in the past, I don't know. Like, it's a lot of that kind of energy. All right, so let's get some tarot and see what comes out, and then we're going to wrap this up. But embracing each other to find the missing piece is going to help you resolve your issues. All right. We have the Seven of Cups. I did not read this other card. I do want to read it before I continue. All right, so we have the leadership card here as well, but I'm not going to read that. So this card says the keywords for this card, or the symbol for this card, is a stone labyrinth, right? The keyword is ritual, journey within, illumination, opening the self, all right? This is also somebody's opening their third eye, crown chakra energy. This card says it is time to rediscover yourself and your path, to take the time and make the commitment to shine a light on yourself, to be open to new truths about yourself. And this is what I'm saying. This is you being honest with yourself. You can be upset and angry about whatever this is or was, but you got to also take accountability for what role you played in it or how you allowed it to play out in your life. Like, you can't just blame the other person for whatever they did. You got to take accountability for your actions as well. Like, something like that, okay? But anyway, to be open to new truths about yourself, and this may require you to do something completely new and to trust the process of transformation, okay? The Labyrinth card is a divine call to walk your talk. This card is challenging you to walk your talk, stand in your truth, and be your authentic self. Who are you at the core of who you are? Are you this person or not? Are you going to walk this spiritual path or not? Are you going to, do X, Y, or Z or not? What are you being called to do right now? You're being called to take action and to take a step back from an outside situation and go within yourself and figure out what is going on with you. Why are you so confused? Why are you so unsure of who you are or yourself? Like, what are you still not clear about? Because it's like you still don't know which path to take or which way to go. But it's like the path seems to be clear to me. I mean, the choice has already kind of been made, really. So if the choice has already been made, then what are you waiting for? All right. So this is somebody's already made their decision about what they want to do, but they haven't taken any action towards it yet. Okay. This may require you to do something completely new and trust the process of transformation. All right. So know that you are aided through all of your transitions you will also face in life. So you are always going to be aided along the way. So you have like, there's like an invisible energy that is sort of like leading you through your path, or going out ahead of you to clear the path. Something about the path was already cleared for you, or has been cleared by somebody else for you. I don't know. Anyway, it says, know that you are aided through all of the transitions you will face in life, and you will always be supported every step you take. So even when you're not walking a spiritual path, even though you're not walking a spiritual path, you can't at all times, but the path will always be there when you're ready. So again, somebody here was on a spiritual journey, and it's like they got off the ride before it was too late, or they started opening their third eye chakra and then they decided they want to know the truth. So it's like going through a spiritual awakening, but interrupting the process before the process is complete. So this is somebody who will start their spiritual path, and they'll get so far on the journey and they'll decide to go back to their old ways. So they end up not going all the way through the process of transformation before it's complete. So they end up like stopping their spiritual growth, or they end up like staying stuck in the middle. Oh, somebody's stuck in the middle here. Somebody will start on the spiritual path and they'll get so far on their spiritual journey and they'll just stop. And now they're stuck in the middle, in the land of confusion, where there's no other way to go. So it's like, what do you do when you're stuck in the middle? Do you go back to where you started, or do you keep going forward? That's the question. All right. If you keep going forward, the path is clear. But if you go back, I don't know what's back there waiting for you. Okay. Take it how it resonates. Something back there is waiting for you that may not be good. I don't know. But you're always supported every step you take. And even when you're not walking a spiritual path, you can't at all times. You can't always be spiritual, love and light energy. Sometimes you got to go dark on people or switch up on people a little bit. So there's somebody who switched up on you or something like that. They made you believe one thing in the beginning, and now they're kind of like switching up on you. Like, they made you think that one point y'all was going to be together, and then they kind of switched up on you. So your emotions start running high. You start getting angry and upset, and then now we're here. So it's like, yeah, they got you stuck in the middle of the valley of confusion, and it's like it's been confusing ever since. So it's like, when is my life going to change and get better? I've been stuck in this energy for a long time. I want to get out of this energy. How do I get away from this person? What do I do to create change in my life? Well, first of all, you got to stop giving a fuck about other people's point of view or way of thinking and start trusting and believing that you create your own reality. You create your reality. You don't have to be around people who don't love you. You don't have to be around people who make you feel insecure with yourself. You don't have to be around those kind of people. If them ain't your people, then them ain't your people. All right. This card also represents the greatest knowledge and journey that you go through in life, and to know yourself. Dare to go on an exploration of the center of your soul and incorporate and embrace what you find there. Okay. You're also being reminded to be present on your journey. Take time to be in the now and present moment, and not rush through or wait or want things to happen before you're ready. All right. Again, going back to dating somebody for 10 years. Okay. If it take you 10 years to decide whether or not you're ready to be married, then that's your journey, right? That's your decision. But sometimes we just stay with people just because we got all those years, and it's a shame to throw all that time away just because we can't get along. But sometimes it's not meant to be. And instead of forcing things to be that are not meant to be, maybe, it comes down to deciding on whether or not it's worth it or not. And if it's not worth it, then why are you still there? Like, why are you still invested in that situation if it's not worth it? And if it's not worth it, it's okay. But it's like, again, if you're stuck in a relationship, it's not because you don't know what to do. It's because you're afraid to take action towards your future. You're afraid to leave that person behind. You're afraid they may find somebody else out there that's better than you, whatever. Stop comparing yourself to other people, okay? Look, the Emperor came out. And he's holding a chess piece. So this may be how the masculines are going or doing right now. This may be their energy and not yours, because somebody here is stuck in the middle of the process of transformation. They haven't completed their transformation process. They're somewhere in the middle, somewhere in between, but they have not got there yet. They ain't got to the end of they haven't completed their transformation process yet. They keep getting stuck in the middle or distracted by something else. I don't know, but they're not focusing. They're not being focused. They're not staying focused. There's distractions around them that's keeping them from not being able to focus. So basically, the reason why the masculines are stuck in the middle of whatever this is, because they can't seem to focus on themselves. They allow too many distractions to distract them from their focus. They need to get fucking focused, is what I'm getting. This is chess and not checkers. You're moving on with your life. You're doing just fine by yourself. So it's like, listen, if you want to, be on this journey with me, you better catch up or wait for, catch up or stay behind. Like, what are you waiting for? Yeah, the Queen of Swords is the King of Swords counterpart. The Queen of Swords is over here exploring new options. The Queen of Swords is in her masculine energy. She's not waiting for this person to return. Meanwhile, the masculine over here in his feelings about the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords that made peace with her decision, she's exploring new opportunities and she's exploring new connections with other people. She's ready to move on with her life. Meanwhile, the masculine is sitting over here holding on to this chess piece, trying to figure out where to put their, trying to figure out their next move. But it's like, what are you waiting for? Your decision has already been made. The path has already been cleared. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? A new start is coming for somebody here. Somebody you left behind is still stuck in the middle, still somewhere out there confused, still don't know what they want to do with their life. I don't know. But for you, a new start is coming. Okay, your hard work is going to pay off and everything is going to get better. Whatever this issue is, whatever it was, if it doesn't get better, it's only going to get worse. So if it becomes worse than what it is, what are you going to do? Are you going to still stay there and fight for the connection? Or are you going to cut your losses and move on with your life? Like, that's what I see here. Change is going to come in whether you like it or not. And you trying to change somebody into something they're not, it's not going to work. If you want to be free and delivered and financially wealthy and successful, perhaps it's time for a new soulmate connection to come in. Maybe there's somebody else out there that's better for you than this person. The same thing with the TV show. All of them couples are dating outside their relationship to make sure that the person they're with is who they want to marry. But for a lot of them, they're going to choose the other person and they're going to leave that person behind. And that's when they'll realize what they had or what they lost. So again, this masculine need to get their shit together if they want to come in with a new offer. If not, they need to go ahead and get out of the way so that somebody else can come into the picture for you. All right? Because somebody else here will protect you and fight for this connection. And they will not treat you like an option. They will be there when you need them to show up for you. They're going to show up for you. They're not going to leave you out there in the cold by yourself. So your old person may have competition now. There may be somebody else out there that has their eye on you. But no need to worry about whether or not you made the right choice if you decided to leave. Because I feel like for some of you, you left this person already. You're off to the new you. Like you're living your new life, you know, like your life is coming together now. Things are working out for you and things are getting better for you. But this person is coming in with the 10 of Wands, okay, with a bunch of kids, baby mamas, a bunch of foolishness is what I'm hearing, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And it's not even something that you need to be going through because it's not your, this is not your problem. This is their problem to solve, not yours. So basically, if this was a test of your relationship to test to see if y'all was going to end up together or not, I feel like if y'all did not end up with each other, it's because this person did not pass their test and you did. So this was a test of your commitment and you passed the test and they did not. They failed the test. So you get a new partner, a new person, you start a new journey with somebody else, or you're moving on to something new. You're getting a new start here and they're not. So basically, the person that got left behind is being left behind because they won't go through this transformation process. They'll get so far on the journey, they'll turn around and go back to their old ways. And as long as they keep going back and forth, they're never going to complete the process. So if they don't complete the process, then y'all won't be together because you completed your process already and they have not. They're still a caterpillar and you're a butterfly. I mean, a caterpillar and a butterfly can't be together because they don't come from the same background or have the same parts, you know. I don't know. Yeah, follow your intuition, High Priestess. You know what to do here. The decision's already been made. 5 of Cups is here. The 8 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, set yourself free from whatever this is. Like, free yourself from whatever this is. And if you let this person come back in and you give them another chance and you take them back or whatever, before you rush into a relationship or a serious relationship with this person, make sure this is what you want. All I can tell you is they come with a lot of baggage. They need a lot of healing work done on them. They need a lot of other things as well, but doesn't mean they can't get better or recover from this. It's just going to take them more time to recover from this than it took you to get over it. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be able to get over this, and they're never going to be able to get over this. Oh, I see. So somebody here is never going to be able to get over you. They already sent the card out for you. This person says they still love and miss you. Where is it? Hold on. Because they was trying to send you some message in this reading. I was trying to ignore it. But they trying to confess their love for you and trying to tell you to wait on them and give them a second chance. But I feel like you already know this person has a lot of work to do. You know it's going to take a lot of effort for you and this person to be together again. Maybe you're not willing to invest in that anymore. Maybe you've already done all you can do for this person. Maybe you need to just let them figure things out on their own. I don't know, but this person says, I'm thinking of you at this very moment, and your love fills me with love and light energy. They miss your healing energy. They miss your love. They miss your light. They miss your protection. They miss the way you make them feel. So they're going through a process of transformation. If they complete the process of transformation, then there may be a chance for you and this person to get back together. But if they don't, and if they decide not to, finish the process of this part of the journey, then they won't be able to come back to you. It's almost like they have a choice to make, which I feel like they already know what their choice is, but they have to follow through with their decision. They can't back out of their choice, or when things get hard, they can't back out. They got to push through this thing this time and really see it through for this to happen. If they don't, then it won't happen for you. I'm sorry, it won't. They're just going to be like dead weight to you. You know what I mean? It's like if you guys have a bike and y'all got to pedal together to move forward. If you're pedaling forward and they're pedaling backwards, y'all ain't going to go no fucking where. You're just going to be stuck where you at. You know what I mean? So if you're going to give this person a ride or pick them up, make sure they got some gas money or they got some snacks or something, because, I mean, otherwise you just picked up a hitchhiker. You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, that's what I got. Hope y'all enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Love and light to y'all.